Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Danganronpa Antebellum Lockdown. Last time, we investigated Mint's murder. Today, we got to solve it. Starting the trial. Let's get started. Excuse me. Here we go. The execution... something about brutal executions.
Usually I'd begin with a simple explanation of the trial, but considering Amelia just gave you the rundown, I don't dilly-dally too long. I ought to mention that unless whoever found it specified they wanted to withhold it, I've made all evidence public. You've all got a handy little list. Aren't I helpful?
Very helpful.
Just know the clock is ticking, and if you're unable to come to a consensus by the time it's up, then it's game over. Let the trial of who killed prisoner 11, Mint Burn, commence!
Okay. Deep breaths. I really don't want to die. Not before erasing my browser history first.
Oh.
That's your main concern here?
We don't got a lot of time. We ought to focus on the important stuff right now. I'm just struggling to think where to start.
Alright, people, strap in and listen up. First and foremost, we need to establish how Mint died.
Didn't Lori already figure that out?
My autopsy covered the state the body was in, not how it got into that state. Although, there's only a certain amount of ways the body could end up like that.
Yeah, no shot. It's not like he was stabbed to death.
Still, dying in front of us all like that, it just felt so sudden.
1 minute he was talking with the rest of us, and the next minute it was like a soul just left his body.
Oh.
Well, that stuff doesn't happen magically, kid. I doubt it was all that peaceful.
Then what did it? So many questions, but so few answers. We'll get nowhere like this.
I love Taka. His voice is so fun. He's right. It seems like an easy question to answer, but it's vital we clear up what killed Mint in order to progress this case. Hi, I bet you didn't expect to see me so soon. A non-stop debate is about to start. I won't waste your time. I'm sure you know what a non-stop debate is if you're playing a Danganronpa fan game. But in this minigame, it will be your responsibility to identify the false statements in a yellow text. You have to make sure you refute it with a truth bullet that proves your point, though. To switch between your truth bullets, press Shift. If you spend too much time letting the debate go round in circles, or if you refute the wrong statement, you'll start losing influence. If Shinku's influence reaches 0, then it's game over. Psst! If you did a lot of favors for the other prisoners, you might notice you have a little bit more influence than you'd expect. That's one of the benefits of trust. Nifty, right? Who knows? Being kind and helpful could actually be... Who knew being kind and helpful could actually be so beneficial? Anyway, good luck. Would you like to review all your truth bullets before you start? Yes, please. Okay. A record made by Mint showing how much everyone had to drink last night. Takiko, Dr. Elenius, Mint, and apparently Zeke had nothing to drink. Dracul, Taka, and Maiko had 1 drink. I had 2 drinks. Lyra, Ismini, Fu, and Asuga had 3 drinks. Dracul's account. After returning from the showers with me, Dracul settled into his cell. He was woken up in the middle of the night hearing talking coming from Dr. Elenius' cell next door. As a result of this lack of sleep, he's quite tired today. Maiko's account. Maiko sat on the canteen floor and ate the rest of her birthday cake for a few hours after cleaning up the party. She waited for Asuga to come back after taking back the last of the stuff, but they didn't. Maiko assumed they'd gone to bed and returned to her room, bumping into me and Dracul on her way back to her cell before sleeping peacefully for the rest of the night. Polaroid photos. Polaroid photos that Maiko took at the party last night. There's loads of them depicting everyone's places during the party. Throughout the whole night, Mint appears to be the only one near the bar with access to drinks and food. There's no sign anyone else got close to the drinks and food without his supervision. Suicide Pact. A note found in the canteen. It reads, I have taken the decision to end this game. By ending things like this, I'll prevent further suffering. I find it best that we all go down together, and that our crimes start with us. Tainted breakfast. Today's breakfast smells remarkably like almonds. It's highly likely it was poisoned with something. Luckily, no one ate it this morning, as far as I know at least. Zeke's account. Zeke's memory is fuzzy due to how much he drunk, but remembers being taken back to his cell by Mint after the showers. He only did so after Lyra had brought some spare clothes for him, which Shinku stepped out to collect for him. He doesn't recall bumping into anyone on his way back, but recalls Mint leaving his cell to return to his own. He reported going to breakfast this morning with Mint, not noting how tired Mint seemed. Cyanide bottle. An empty bottle of cyanide discarded into the trash in the canteen. Likely was what was used to taint the breakfast. White powder. White powder drawn in lines found in the medicine storage. Could this be some kind of mysterious poison? Allure's account. Dr. Lanius claims that in the middle of the night, Takahiro knocked on her cell door, telling her that he had been attacked and Asuga got stabbed trying to defend him. She rushed to the infirmary and stayed with Asuga until their condition stabilized. Allure claims to not know who the attacker was. Taka's account. A few hours after leaving the party, Taka was wandering the halls to go sulk when he was suddenly attacked. Asuga jumped in the way and took the hit for him, which made the attacker immediately back up. They helped Taka and take Asuga to the infirmary, where Taka stayed with her the entire time. Eventually, Allure came to the infirmary to provide medical support to Asuga. Asuga's wound. Asuga has a large stab wound on their side. Luckily, Dr. Elenius patched it up, but who knows what might have happened if she didn't. Mint's body. An autopsy of Mint's body. He died of a mix of respiratory failure and brain death. His muscles are also inflamed. He had been rapidly contracting prior to his death for hours. Is that all? That is all. Okay. Suicide pact. Cyanide bottle. Is this going to be super slow? Please tell me this isn't going to be super slow. Mint's body. Non-stop debate. Start! Oh, it's going to be super slow. Okay. Are you going to start? Please?
His muscles were inflamed, his lungs compromised. And there were even signs of brain failure.
Yes, yes.
Those symptoms seem to indicate this wasn't a rapid decline. More of a gradual deterioration.
Why can't I change the suicide pact? Mint's body, okay. Oh, this is just gonna take 15 years.
I just don't know how we can figure it out. It's all so strange.
That it is, man. Okay.
There's no sign of what could have happened to him. He just dropped dead.
Cyanide bottle. Suicide pact. Cyanide bottle. I think it's
one
no
minute
wait.
he was alive, and then the next minute, BAM! He was dead? Just like that?
Why isn't it changing?
Are we sure he wasn't already dying by the time breakfast rolled around?
Mint's body. Okay, fine. I got up. Okay.
was awful tired that whole morning. I figured he just struggled to sleep.
Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll get better as we go on. Come on!
Damn it. I should have noticed something was up.
Is it supposed to be going this slow? I genuinely do not know.
There's nothing to be done about it now.
Nothing. I do like the song. Can you hurry up though, video game? Like, it doesn't need to be so slow. Please, please.
As much as I hate to say it, there was probably no way of saving him at breakfast.
Yes, I think it's Maiko's that we refute. Yeah, I get it, video game, I get it. There must be something I'm missing. I think it's Maiko. Mince body on Maiko.
His muscles were inflamed, his lungs compromised. And there were even signs of brain failure.
Yeah. I'm hearing things, I think. Hurry up, please.
Those symptoms seem to indicate this wasn't a rapid decline. More of a gradual deterioration.
Yes, yes. Oh my god. Please show me the thing. Next.
I just don't know how we can figure it out. It's all so strange.
Come on. Please, next, next.
There's no sign of what could have happened to him. He just dropped dead.
Alright, please, let me refute this now. Please. 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 Please.
No, that's wrong.
Hi, Shinko. This is gonna be... Okay. High glass. Break. Okay.
Huh? Did I mess up already? Did I say something wrong? I'm sorry.
There is a sign of what could have happened to him. Dr. Elenius' assessment of his body indicates he died from a mixture of brain and respiratory failure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was supposed to go by much faster than it did.
If you pair that with the muscle contractions, it seems like Mint's body shut down from the inside. So his cause of death was likely some kind of poisoning.
That's sort of vague, kid. Poisoning doesn't narrow it down all that much. Water poisoning and lead poisoning are both poisonings, but have very different effects. And alcohol poisoning, that's just a sign of a good night out.
Sure, buddy.
True, but it gives us a starting point to work from. If we're able to narrow down what poisons were available, then we can match them to the autopsy to figure out what kind of poisoning it was.
But the whole prison is stocked full of medications, gases, and who knows what that could have been used to poison him. How on earth are we gonna narrow that down in the short amount of time we've got? Especially when none of us are exactly, you know, the ultimate poison expert or whatever.
I know my stuff.
Of course you do.
A lot of the murder seems fairly meticulously planned. I believe the murderer timed the poisoning so Mint would die precisely at breakfast.
Why would they want to do that? That's majorly messed up. I don't think anyone here would want everyone to see someone die in front of them.
To shock, maybe? Distract us? It certainly did throw us off the investigation.
Delaying the poisoning likely helped obscure the cause of death. Even if just slightly.
Either way, it's clear the killer had a fairly comprehensive knowledge of the poison they use. And I doubt many of us are experts on obscure poisons. Aside from Dr. Elenius, perhaps. That's not an accusation, just an observation. I don't mean any offense.
None taken.
If that's the case, unless Lori is
I'm the killer. I mean,
it's
what?
likely a more commonly known poison was used.
If only there was an extremely well-known poison discarded right at the scene of the crime. Oh, wait!
That bottle of cyanide!
Oh my god, that's crazy!
That does seem mega sus. Looks like we found our poison. Great job, team. A round of applause for everyone.
Huh. But how would they have poisoned him with it? It's got such a distinctive smell. I feel like you'd pick up something was funny with it.
Right. You'd have to slip them into some sort of food or something, drown out the smell and taste.
But it can't have been the party food. All of us ate that. Why would only Mint be poisoned?
Perhaps we've developed an immunity. I'm sure if you consume enough poison, then you'd be able to withstand it. Aha! I've got it! Maybe we should all start microdosing on cyanide. Then none of us could ever die of it again.
No, no, that's not how it works.
Maybe it was only something Mint ate at the party?
True, the killer could have just poisoned one small item at the party and Mint was just the person who happened to eat it. They could have not had a set victim in mind, might have not cared who they killed. If anything, randomizing the process would help them obscure their identity by disconnecting the crime from any sort of interpersonal bullshit.
Would you be able to live with yourself if you accidentally killed someone kind, though? Or one of your friends?
I doubt it was at the party. Cyanide is incredibly strong. If he consumed it at the party, he likely would have died earlier.
And what the hell was poisoned with the cyanide?
Right, it can only be... yeah,
I've got it.
the tainted breakfast.
The breakfast.
Huh? What?
We had all gathered that morning to have breakfast. If the breakfast was poisoned with cyanide, then wouldn't that explain how quickly he died?
Not to mention, the breakfast reeked of almonds this morning. Surefire sign of cyanide contamination.
Our breakfast? It was... Oh no. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, just execute me right now.
Whoa. Slow down there, Mai. No one was accusing you yet.
Well, I don't think it's the case, but we can't rule it out.
Are you serious?
All of the evidence points to the breakfast being contaminated with cyanide.
Right. Yes, but We just talked about how it couldn't have been the party food that poisoned him because everyone else would have shown signs of poisoning too. I don't mean to sound rude, but it doesn't make sense to me. Not to mention, we hadn't even started eating breakfast that morning.
Right. Micah was waiting for everyone else to arrive before serving it.
Yeah. It was really fucking annoying. I was starving.
But if that breakfast really was poisoned, then if we had eaten it, then all of us...
Huh? Wait, does that mean I saved everyone?
Yes. Also, I like Mint's little death portrait. I like the speak no evil thing going on there.
Huh. Guess it does in a way. We should probably thank you.
I'm just glad we all ended up okay. That would have been super not good.
Tell me about it. The only thing worse than one dead body is 12 dead bodies.
You really believe someone was trying to get us all killed?
Well, if that freaky-ass suicide pact has anything to do with it.
Would have been one hell of a way to end the game, huh? Good theatrics. Very extra, very thematic, just a bit too early in the game for that kind of nonsense. Don't you think? If you're breaking down this badly over the first motive, I don't know how you're gonna handle the rest of this.
As much as I hate to say it, unless this was specifically a red herring the killer planted, I don't think still bears much relevance to the case. Unless Mint had breakfast earlier, which I doubt as no food appeared to be missing, there's no way he died from consuming the tainted breakfast.
You might be right. The autopsy doesn't exactly align perfectly with the key signs of cyanide poisoning either.
So it was someone else's plan, separate from Mint's murder.
Even if it ain't got much relevance to the case, I'd rather figure out who did it sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit if you decide to throw your life away and kill yourself here. Just don't decide you can take me with you.
Takiko, Asuga, and Maiko were the ones preparing breakfast each morning. So naturally, they'd have the best chance to do it.
Those three? Hold on, no way! They're all way too nice!
Didn't know we had rats in the fucking kitchen.
Huh? I didn't! No, hold on! I wouldn't want to hurt everyone like that!
Sugi wouldn't do that. There's no way, Jose. That's the exact opposite of what she stands for.
You know, she's so keen on sharing everything equally and being fair. I wonder if sharing death is a part of that.
Maybe.
Hold on, it ain't like that. Not at all. Isn't that a bit of a leap to make here? How on earth are you trying to prove I'd want to kill everyone by pointing out I'm considerate and care about people? Are you stupid?
You commie types always
What?
get extreme with it. Always pushes a line.
Jesse, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ah, yes. The extreme dangers of kindness and equality. Truly, what has our society come to?
Do I need to remind you that she was stabbed and stuck in an infirmary all night? Sugi is the one person here who couldn't have done it.
So, wait. What? It's either you or Maiko who could have done it?
I'm sorry, please don't kill me!
It could have been anyone. I wish we had a clear-cut answer, but... I anticipated people would be hungover this morning, so we prepped the breakfast in advance before the party. Just so we wouldn't have to worry about it the next day. Sugi can back me up here.
Right. We did it after we made Maiko's cake together.
You guys cooked together and you didn't invite me?
Yep.
It was to make your birthday cake. We didn't want to ruin the surprise.
Either way, we popped the breakfast in the fridge after that. Anyone could have come in yesterday afternoon and tainted it. There's no way me or Sugi could have poisoned it without the other noticing.
Huh. It really could be anyone.
So that's a loose end for now.
I suppose it doesn't matter too much. It doesn't seem too relevant to this case.
It still would be good to know. I don't want some freak around here walking about freely thinking I want to be part of their dumbass suicide pact.
To be fair, we don't have much time, Ezekiel.
We can always discuss it after the trial.
I am curious though. What would happen if someone committed suicide? Would we still have a trial? I mean, it's not like there's any killer left to punish.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. If someone decided to pussy out and kick the bucket, which, like, you shouldn't, because it's super boring for the viewers, then we wouldn't have a trial. Once the body was found, we'd inform you it was a suicide and let you continue your life in the prison as normal.
I see. That's kind of sad. It would feel like your death meant nothing.
If you didn't see any value in keeping it, why should we value it?
I don't know. I just like the idea of people still thinking about me after I die.
Don't tell me. You're one of those people who fantasize about attending your own funeral to see what people are saying.
Well,
Is that
I'd want
common?
to make sure they aren't saying mean things.
Is that a common thing that people fantasize about, Ezekiel?
Oh, that's a lot to unpack.
Then keep living life to make sure you've got nothing bad to say.
Similarly, if you die of anything other than murder, like sickness, starvation, succumbing to injuries 3 or more days after they were inflicted, you won't get a trial either. We'll just get rid of your body and move on.
Wait, but what if that stuff was directly caused by another prisoner?
Will there really be no justice for that?
If you want to take it into your own hands and do some vigilante justice and make cause for a real trial, be my guest. I can't exactly stop you if you commit suicide, but it would be a shame if one of you decided to just kick the bucket as soon as you got a corrupt vote. At least let us broadcast your misery.
Fuck you.
Oh, that's...
As morbid as that was, I suppose that rules out one possibility. If Mint killed himself, we wouldn't be having this trial right now.
Which leaves us with 11 suspects, a dead lead, and no idea what Mint was poisoned with.
Well, let's try and see what other substances could have been used to poison Mint. See if they're any more valid.
Well, there's that white powder for the medicine storage.
Ah, right. The mysterious poison.
It's cocaine.
Asterisk, asterisk! The mysterious poison!
Right, that.
I love you, Taka.
I was
Never
able to
change.
Take a look at it and identify it. I apologize. I was focused on the body.
I really don't think it needs identifying.
Unlike cyanide, it could have been a more slow-acting
It was
poison.
cocaine, Shinko.
It's possible the killer drugged Mint with it during the party.
Hey, hang on. 2 people went into the medicine storage during the party, didn't they?
Right. There were only 2 people who were missing for a good duration of the party. Lyra and Zeke.
I've got it! Zeke, Lyra, you two weren't present for the first half of the party, weren't you? Were you in the medicine storage by any chance?
Yeah, we were. What about it? Just because we were in the room doesn't mean we had anything to do with it. Anyone could have gone to it after the party and gotten whatever shit they wanted.
You two had the best opportunity out of all of us here.
We were both in there together. Doesn't seem like much of a golden opportunity to me. If one of us took something, then the other would have seen.
Mononeko, out of curiosity, what would you do if 2 people killed someone at the same time? Is it possible for people to work together on a murder?
Damn. That timing would have to be pretty precise.
That's a reference to something.
I've only really thought about what we'd do if 2 people killed around the same point. In that case, we'd only count the murder that was done first for the trial, and the other killer would get off scot-free. But I guess if 2 people somehow killed the same person at the same time, they'd both be the killer. They'd both get executed if they were caught, or both get to go free if they got away with it.
What the hell are you suggesting? You can't seriously think I killed Mint. He was.
Even if you put the fact that Zeke would have literally killed anyone else here, including me, before he even thought about hurting Mint aside. Logistically, how would we even create a situation where the 2 of us both poisoned Mint and both became the killer?
True. Then, what exactly were you doing in the medicine storage? What was that substance?
Well, I mean, I don't really want to tell you, but it's not gonna help anyone if I keep it hidden. There's like no way you can have a fun party with only 3 drinks. No offense. So I thought I'd go and get myself a little more buzzed in my own time.
I don't think you can buzz yourself with cocaine, Lyra. That's not how a buzz works.
Zeke wanted to join, and, you know, I'm not one to say no. If someone wants to do something, who am I to stop them? So I kinda maybe sorta crushed up a load of painkillers and Prozac and did some lines of them with Zeke.
You told me it was crack.
How would I waste crack on you? That's just expensive.
And you would know that how exactly?
Sorry, didn't mean to drive away your potential customers.
You guys did drugs at my birthday party?
No, they did it before your birthday party and then went to your birthday party.
Oh, no. That's so nice. Oh, that's fine.
Huh. Guess that tracks as to why Zeke was so buzzed, even with the drinking record saying he was sober.
His behavior at the party should have been a good enough indicator that I'm not lying.
I don't know why on earth you thought that was a smart idea in a killing game.
YOLO.
Yeah, I'm the worst. You can get pissy with me later. Right now, I think we should focus on the actual murder case.
I love Lyra.
Wait, I don't get it. Zeke was definitely messed up. But if you did them together, then why did you seem perfectly sober?
Especially when you'd already had 3 drinks. It doesn't really track.
I'm just less of a lightweight. I've got better tolerance for that stuff.
She's developed an immunity! See? I told you it would work!
Stop trying to get us to microdose on cyanide. It's a horrible idea.
It's the best idea I've ever heard. Leave this man alone.
But if the cyanide isn't connected to the case at all, and the white powder isn't really all that poisonous, then what other substances are left that Mint could have been poisoned with?
I'm not entirely sure. I think we might be at a bit of a dead end. We might have just wasted more time.
Just one moment.
Hi, Laura.
Do not fret. We haven't entirely wasted time. I believe there's one substance we've neglected to mention. One that might just be it.
Really? Dr. Elenius, I don't mean to doubt your judgment, but we followed all the leads we can.
There's one possibility we've neglected to mention. But do not worry. Just listen closely. I'm here to help.
I like this song. This song's awesome. This song sounds cool. Hello again! I do have to apologize in advance for this minigame. Back by popular demand, you are about to play a Doki Doki Deliberation. In this game, you will be asked various questions by your partner, and will have to answer them correctly to charm them. Once your partner has been charmed enough, you will be allowed to advance through the minigame. When you reach the final day, your heart gauge will max out, and at that point you will create a new truth bullet together that you'll be able to use for the rest of the trial. I'm so very sorry for this minigame.
Yada yada.
Oh my god.
What a mystery we have on our hands. The poison
Oh
is
my
unlikely
God.
to be something obscure or hard to locate within the prison. I doubt any Nyan would know how to use most toxins to their advantage.
Why are you saying Nyan?
It must have also been something that would be easy to pick up or find in the prison without too much of a search. After all, if they weren't able to pick it up covertly, or had to spend an extended amount of time looking for it, then the killer would have been caught. In short, this poison must have been
As toxic as you. Easily accessible.
good. That's right. Very sugoi.
God.
Tell them like you mean it, Kintsugi.
Affection up.
Now, alongside being easily accessible to the killer, there must have been something they knew how to use. Not to insult anyone's intelligence here, I just doubt any Nyan has an encyclopedic knowledge of poisons. If you did, that would be mildly concerning. But, considering that it must have been widely known about, it's most likely for the poison to be what?
Okay, she's very quiet. I don't know why she's very quiet. Just one chance, Laura. A household item. Cyanide. Household item.
You're smarter than I thought, Kintsugi.
I'm gonna kill myself. Stop it. Stop it.
Just a little longer. Please, bear with this for now. So the poison used must have been a widely used household item. Easily available to any Nyan within the prison.
Why do you say Nyan?
Must have not been too strong.
Why do you keep saying Nyan?
Given how Mint's body indicates his death was a slow decline, as opposed to a rapid shutdown, it's likely the poison is something harmful to humans after long-term exposure, but fairly harmless in the short term. What is something we specifically made available in the prison that fits that criteria?
Rat poison. The friends we made along the way.
And thus, we have our answer.
Heart gauge fool. That's how you spell gauge. We got the rat poison. Break.
What on earth was that?
Let's never speak of that again. But yes, it's likely the rat poison was used in the murder.
The one you created?
Unfortunately, it appears that is the case. The type I manufactured, strychnine, is incredibly effective as a rat poison.
That was strike 9.
That unfortunately comes with the caveat that only a small amount of it is required to cause serious effects. Effects such as muscle soreness and spasms, fatigue, respiratory issues, and brain damage.
Isn't strike 9 something from 999?
The exact symptoms Mint showed.
Not something created by that game, but mentioned a lot.
Shit. It does line up perfectly.
Plus, we scattered that stuff all over the canteen. Anyone could have picked up a whole bunch.
Wait, those forbidden fruity pebbles?
The what?
Taka.
The little red pebbles Lori made. They looked so good. But apparently, I couldn't have a taste because they were poisonous and would kill me, blah, blah, blah. People hate me having fun. If I'm not meant to eat them, why do they look so nice?
I told you before, even if you did manage to consume them safely, they're entirely tasteless, so you wouldn't get any enjoyment out of them.
Wait, so they're entirely tasteless?
Yes, odorless too.
So they could have been slipped into anything without Mint being clued in. He'd be none the wiser.
You're right. Seems we found our poison.
Even with it being completely tasteless, I doubt he directly consumed them. That would have been sure to kill him in 20 to 30 minutes.
Maybe someone slipped it into his coffee or something? I know we didn't eat breakfast, but some of you grabbed coffee, right?
He didn't drink coffee. Was worried about what the caffeine would do to his body.
I offered him some, but he didn't want it.
Did you guys eat or drink anything else that morning?
Hey, Pigtails was handing out those water and painkillers, right?
Huh? Yeah, of course. I figured everyone would be hungover, so I got them ready for when people would wake up.
It wouldn't be all that hard to slip out a painkiller for one of those little rat poison pellets, would it?
What are you implying?
You're smart. You can figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on! What reason would she have to even do that? Her sister was already chosen. She had no reason to kill.
Unless she wanted to get revenge.
She did seem a little off after her sister was picked.
No shit, she seemed off. Anyone would be after seeing someone they care about having their life uprooted.
Ah, just like you and Kellum.
Oh, I know I'm not catching strays from put Coda in. Do it. Me and Takiko are totally different.
Takiko? No, that's not how you say that, Lyra's voice actor. It's not Takiko, it's Takiko. Maybe. Yeah, Ta.
Right? It's different sisters.
Not Ta. I mean, it could be Takiko. I still think it's Takiko.
Right.
But then why'd she go for Minty? He was more than willing to put us hostage in.
Well, I ain't hearing any other way he could have been poisoned.
can't think of another way he could have been poisoned. But now that I think about it, it's impossible Takiko could have poisoned him in that way. Yes, that's proved by...
I've got it!
drinking record. Mint didn't have any. He didn't drink anything.
Takiko couldn't have swapped out the painkillers like that, since Mint wouldn't have taken one from her in the first place. Mint wasn't hungover. He didn't drink anything. The drinking record proves it.
Damn right. He was against the whole thing altogether.
Exactly. I gave Zeke a painkiller, sure, but I didn't even think about offering Mint one. I didn't think he needed it.
Okay, so we ruled out the painkillers being swapped out. What else could have done it?
Once again, I think it's unlikely Mint ingested the rat poison. It's likely he was exposed to it in another way.
Guess the question remains how. It's kinda hard to think of a way he could have been exposed to it for so long that wouldn't have gotten the rest of us exposed and poisoned too.
Hard, but not impossible.
There's something Mint had that was unique to him. Something he always had on him. Which, if messed with, could ensure Mint would be breathing in the rat poison constantly. Right, I just need to place my finger on it. It was... Yes, let's save. I'm gonna save in the fourth flat file here. Hi again! Phew, first try was a real tutorial heavy, huh? Sorry, I'll try to keep it brief. The car's conundrum is about to start. In this minigame, you'll run around in a maze collecting letters. Oh, cats, not cars, cats. Cat's conundrum. To form the answer to a question. Running into the incorrect letters will waste your time, so try to think about what you grab, and try to avoid the cats in the maze. If they catch you, then a cat will get your tongue, and you'll hesitate and lose influence. Good luck! I think yeah. Get away from me, cat. Oh, take me this way. No, I just... There we go. Mask.
I have my answer. The killer must have slipped the rat poison into Mint's mask.
Huh? What? How would that even work? Did it have a secret pocket or something? Wouldn't all the pebbles just fall out?
It did have a secret pocket, in a sense. Mint had a part of his mask he could slip lavender and other herbs into, sort of like a plague doctor mask.
Oh shit, sorry.
How Blego! That's just so delightful.
The killer could have slipped the rat poison into there. That way, he would have been constantly breathing it in. That would be enough exposure to cause his death, right?
In such close proximity, perhaps. But it would take a few hours.
The lavender and other herbs would have probably helped hide the rat poison too. He was likely none the wiser.
Still, it's a morbidly effective method. The more stressed or anxious he got, the more he'd use his mask, meaning the more he'd be breathing it in and the more symptoms would manifest, which would just lead him to rely on the mask more to try to help him feel better, unaware it's the very thing hurting him.
Shut up.
If you think about it, the killer sort of did to him what Mint was doing to his dad, slowly letting him deteriorate. It's like they wanted the murder to have a cruel sense of irony to it. It's awful to think about.
Oh, that's sick.
So, if that's the method the killer used, it must have taken a good few hours. Meaning it couldn't have been done at breakfast.
Right. The killer must have slipped the poison into his mask.
Right before.
I've got it! It must have happened last night, sometime around or after the party.
Right. They likely planned it in advance to intentionally muddle alibis by delaying the time of death.
At least now we know the methods the killer used. Not to mention we've got a vague idea of the time of the poisoning.
Well then, we ought to start figuring out where the hell everyone was last night. Figure out what you could have gotten the chance to do it.
Right. There's something I wanted to be cleared up about last night. Dr. Elenius, why exactly did you lie earlier?
I'm unsure what you're referring to, Kintsugi.
You told us that Taka came to your cell to tell you Asuka had gotten attacked, but Taka clearly said he never left Asuka's side after the stabbing. You saw the assailant, didn't you? They're the one that came to your cell.
Wait, you know who tried to kill someone last night and you've been keeping it hush-hush? What? Why the hell would you want to protect the identity of someone like that? Why would you cover for someone who's clearly willing to kill someone when we're looking for a murderer?
You told Taka to lie about it as well, didn't you?
Very well. I concede. I did ask Takahiro to stay quiet about the assailant's identity.
But we had to stay quiet so you'd be able to help Sugi. That was the deal. You had to follow it too.
I lied. The assailant gave me no such instruction. That was wrong. I know. But I assure you I was intending to inform everyone of his identity after the trial. I just knew it was unlikely he'd be Mint's killer after getting caught attempting to commit a murder yesterday. I assumed if I raised his actions within the trial, everyone would focus on him, instead of attempting to find the actual killer. Perhaps it was wrong of me to lie. I just knew there was a time limit on this trial, and I didn't want to risk too much time being wasted on threads unconnected to the case.
Hold on. Are you calling us stupid?
Yes.
We all have our own talents.
Can you at least tell us who it is now? It could help us figure out where people were last night.
Of course. It was...
Fu! Fu! It was Fu Wang! That rat bastard! It was him! He hurt Sugi! He tried to kill me!
Thank you, Takahiro.
Of course, I shouldn't even be surprised.
What? Why on earth would you do something like that? Why would you try to kill someone?
Get out of here.
To get out. Obviously. It's that simple.
So this allegation is true? You're not denying you attacked Takahiro?
Why'd I deny it? That just wastes everyone's time.
Oh, okay.
What?
I'm bringing out all the worst words I know that won't get me canceled for you. It's what you deserve. It's all you're going to get out of me after what you did to us.
Exactly! You could have killed Taka!
Could have killed Sugi.
Or Sugi. How on earth can you possibly be so calm about this?
Don't look so surprised. I told you before. I'm only interested in myself.
I feel bad that Asuka has to stand next to him.
Of course I was gonna try and bash someone's head in. We only had a few days, till we had no choice but to vote and get Tion hurt.
Lyra is taller than Fu, it looks like.
Any man would have done it for his daughter.
Which is surprising.
And when I saw Blondie leaving the party on his own, slightly wasted, with no one else noticing.
And it looks like Asuka is taller than I thought she'd be.
Well, any good businessman knows when to take a good opportunity, don't they?
Jesus fucking Christ, what?
I don't know why you're so upset. It's not like I killed someone.
You tried to stab someone.
Yeah, you almost got me killed.
Details.
Details.
I don't appreciate the fact that I was almost unalived is being viewed as a fine.
You said it a lie. That's funny.
Unalived? What in the ever-living hell does that...
So, well, hold on. What exactly happened between you lot last night?
I'd like the details too. It ain't fun losing so much blood. Your memory gets all fuzzy. All I can really remember is Taka. He didn't leave my side once.
Well, it all started shortly after I left the party.
Right. After your argument with Asuka.
I was wandering around for a bit. As I said before, sulking all very dramatic. When, out of nowhere, he approached. He reeked of alcohol. It was super bad. You could get secondhand drunk off of his fumes. It was so bad, I noticed that before I noticed the knife in his hand.
Is this gonna be massacred?
Is that you? What happened?
Hey, kid.
Can't you see I'm trying to be alone? It's my sulking hours. They've taken everything from me. At least let me have my feelings without finding a problem with it.
I've just been thinking. What do you reckon happens after we die, kid?
Huh?
I'm just curious. I think about it a lot.
Well, I try not to think about dying. No use thinking about something that won't happen anytime soon.
Is that so?
Why do you ask?
Here I was, thinking I could frame your death as a suicide. You don't got much left after all.
Hi, Phil.
Damn it. You really had to go and make things harder for me, didn't you?
Just gonna stab some people. Go stabby stab with that kitchen knife, that giant kitchen knife.
What are you saying?
It's like it's gonna kill you, Taka.
What's that in your hand, Fu? Hey. Hey. No. Hold on. I'm not ready.
It's nothing personal, kid. I
don't want to die. I don't. Get away.
I can't let her get hurt.
He lunged at me.
He's so matter of fact. He said that so matter of factly.
I closed my eyes. I was freaking out. I tried to get away, but he grabbed my arm. I didn't want to die. Not like that. But I couldn't help but feel like maybe I deserved it. I just regretted how things ended between me and Sugi. And I didn't want to die if no one was watching. But even if it wasn't in the way I imagined, someone was watching. And they jumped in the way.
Uh-huh. She jumped in just like that. I'd never seen someone run so fast, without a care for their own safety. Complete lack of self-preservation.
I don't even know why I did it. I was angry at Taka. I didn't want to speak to him, let alone save him. Every time I looked at him, I just saw a stranger. His crime, it didn't line up with the Taka I knew. I felt guilty for ever being his friend, for being kind to someone like that. I felt mad at myself for missing someone that I wasn't sure even existed. But still, I guess, even if I hate him, even if what he did was awful, there was a silly part of me that wanted to hope my friend was in there, that there was some good part left of Taka, a part of him that would be worth saving, a part of him I wanted to see again. I really am an idiot.
You're not an idiot.
When I saw her getting hurt, I couldn't continue with it. I guess she caught me off guard, threw me off. I helped Taka get them to the infirmary after that, then left to get help.
That's when you knocked on my cell, no?
That must have been who I heard next door last night.
Right. It's a good thing you agreed to help.
If I hadn't, then she would have died. You realize that, don't you, Wang? Even if your attempt failed and was done while heavily intoxicated, you still tried to take Takahiro's life. St. Teal wouldn't have survived without my intervention. Just because I was willing to conceal your identity for the sake of not wasting time in this trial, I never intended to keep your crimes confidential in the long term. This will not be forgotten. I'm certain we'll all hold you accountable going forward.
Do what you'd like. I expected it to come out. No point hiding it. I ain't ashamed to admit what I was willing to do for Tian.
Oh my gosh. So, between the suicide pact, Min's poisoning, and Fu's attempt to kill Taka, there were 3 simultaneous murder plots? That's really scary!
Thank you. Thank you. My God, that was Chick-fil-A. Hell yeah.
I told you, I wasn't intending on being buddy-buddy from the start. If you chose to ignore that, then that's on you.
I am curious. If he was so set on killing Takahiro, and he was chosen not for any personal reason, but simply because it was convenient, why is there so much stuff when Akira got hurt? Going as far as to get help to ensure she didn't die. It just feels contradictory.
Well, I mean, he could have just not wanted to have to kill 2 people. And keeping one of them alive would have made him get caught instantly.
Given, you know, literally everything he said, I doubt Fu really gives a shit about morality. I doubt it was the fact he had to kill 2 people that stopped him.
Nah, your boyfriend's right on the money.
Liar.
Got something to say? What's with the sudden harsh attitude? Ain't you usually polite about these things?
I reserve my kindness for people who don't stab my friends.
Give me a break, kid. I made sure she survived.
Because she reminded you of your daughter, right?
You're a sharp kid, huh? There aren't many lines I won't cross, but I can't bring myself to hurt younger girls. One look at your stupid, ugly baby faces and all I see is Tian grown up.
Okay.
If anyone but Asuka jumped in there, aside from pigtails, we'd be having a very different trial right now.
Guys, I know he's a really bad person, but at least he's a good dad. Maybe with kindness and compassion, we could fix him.
Sure.
You can't seriously be that desperate.
Good dad? I feel bad for his daughter, having someone like him for a father.
You can't hurt me with something I already know, kid.
Well, now that's cleared up, we should probably return to the actual case at hand. We can decide what to do with Wong later. Right now, we need to determine who was where last night. Although, this has made it clear where Suga, Taka, Fu, and Alora were last night, which narrows things down significantly.
Crazy ass world we live in where I was stabbing someone is a reliable alibi for why someone can't be the murderer.
This is kind of a spoiler for the second greatest attorney game, but it's the first case, so it doesn't really matter. The culprit of that case says, "Oh yeah, I stabbed her, but that just proves I couldn't have killed her because poisoning, because she died from poisoning." I'm pretty sure. It was funny. It's literally same exact situation.
At least mine
Pretty
and
much.
Sugi's names are clear, and all it took was almost getting stabbed.
Almost.
I don't know if I should be happy about that or not.
I also hope it was sufficient enough cause to clear me. I spent the night tending to Saintiel's wounds and stabilizing her condition after I was informed of the attack. And as much as I hate to say it, it clears Wang. I doubt he would attempt another murder after getting caught the first time. Not to mention a good portion of the night he was preoccupied with the attack.
Not to mention Fu was really drunk. I don't know how the hell he would have subtly poisoned someone with how much he was stumbling. Let alone even come up with the plan.
I'm just curious how he was that drunk to begin with. We were only allowed 3 drinks max, right?
Well, the record does say he had all 3 of them, and I felt pretty gone after having the max myself, so I don't know.
I think that might be because you're lightly Sugi.
I mean, like, even if we could only have 3 drinks at the party, nothing was stopping us from drinking before it. I know me and Zeke had pre-drinks.
And pre-cocaine.
Medicine storage rendezvous.
Just say you wanted to join us.
Christ.
Nah, Scrunchy's right. I started drinking at 1 p.m. yesterday. Nothing like some good pre-drinks.
You're so creative.
When I imposed the 3-drink limit on the party, I assumed people would know it was for their safety.
I mean, to be fair, I think he would have gotten... I think he would have been drinking at that time anyways.
I suppose I should have assumed people would lack the forethought and try to circumvent them anyway.
Well, I stuck to the rules, and I'm sure others did too. Still, even if the drinking record isn't entirely accurate, we could probably still gain some insights from it.
It could be useful, considering trying to figure out where everyone was last night might prove tricky.
Right. Everyone could just say, I was in my cell, and there'd really be no way to verify if they're lying or not.
The only person we can be certain was in their cell was Cole. He was the one who overheard Fu going to Alora's cell. If he was lying about his whereabouts, there's certainly no way he could have known that.
Mm-hmm. Looking at the drinking record could help us determine who could have been sober enough to do the murder and go from there. 'Cause, you know, I doubt anyone would be able to tamper with Mint's mask without him noticing if they were mega drunk.
He was always on high alert around drunk people.
For sure. So all we need to do is...
Hang on. Why should we rely solely on Minty's drinking record? We've already shown it's not entirely accurate. People could have been drinking before, just like Zig, Lyra, and Wang.
Well, I'm sure we can just take that into consideration. Once we've reviewed the drinking notes, anyone who had extra drinks before the party can just let us know and we'll rule them out from there.
Nonsense! Are you hearing this, chat?
Chat.
If we did that, then everyone, including Minty's dastardly killer, would suddenly pipe in saying they had oh so much to drink before the party. Ruling out people based on their drunkenness is just giving the killer a get-out-of-jail-free card.
People wouldn't do that, would they?
Yes, they would.
They wouldn't just go and lie in a trial like this.
Yes, they would.
If there was ever a time to be a liar, it'd be now. And if I'd hazard a guess, if we rely on their word about drinks, then everyone's pants will be on fire.
I just think you're wrong about this.
I like this. This is bad. The two of them are so locked into the debate, they're not going to move and look at the wider case until this is resolved. Both their arguments have valid points. I just need to entangle which are the most viable to resolve this. Something must be done about this, if we want to continue with the trial. Would you like to save? Yes, I would like to save. A round of Midnight Motorway is about to begin! In this minigame, you will resolve a debate between two different prisoners by supporting each of their correct points. Correct points, not corrupt. Why are you sniffing my shoe, dog? Flocka, stop sniffing my shoe. You'll do this by navigating a car and down a motorway, giving you time to gather and collect your thoughts. Each time you reach a fork in the road, you'll be presented with the two prisoners on the different roads, both representing different ideas with equally polarizing outfits. They'll both give their views on a certain point, and you must go down the road that you believe is most correct, choosing which team to side with. If you get the correct answer, you may proceed and continue along that road. Collecting shiny things on the road will give you more time when it comes to making your next decision. Remember, if you ever see someone on the road, it's always good to run into it. Something on the road, it's always good to run into it. Good luck. Okay. Midnight Motorway, start. Fork ahead.
I just don't think we should rule out people just because they were drunk. I mean, you saw Fu. He drunk himself silly, but he was still capable of trying to kill me.
Stabbing someone and poisoning them is very different. Sure, it might be easy to drunkenly attack someone physically, but Mint's poisoning was clearly planned and carefully done. You couldn't have been drunk to pull that off.
When I saw the little sparkles here, so might go. Fork ahead.
Unless you're a massive lightweight, then one drink isn't going to completely make you incapable. If we want to be thorough, we must not solely focus on the sober people. It's best to include the people who had only one drink as well, like my Maiko, Dracul, and yours truly. Well, not me. I was too busy almost getting stabbed. If anything, the one drink they took could cloud their judgment and make them more likely to think murder is a good idea. Just another reason why you shouldn't drink, kids.
Still, the most likely choice is someone completely sober, so that's who we should focus on. It's way safer and narrows it down way more. We can always double check about pre-drinks later. According to the record, Zeke, Taki, and Allura had nothing to drink. And Mint too. But, let's not count him for obvious reasons.
I think Taka. Go, 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 go. For God.
But even if we rule out the people who were drunk, we can't do that just off the list. No. The list said Zeke had nothing to drink, but my eyes say he was definitely drunk. He admitted he had pre-drinks and the funny white powder. We can't solely rely on Mint's list. He was clearly biased toward little handsome punk boys.
Mint wouldn't lie. No way! You said it yourself. Zeke was only like that because of the pre-drinks and drugs he took. Mint wouldn't give him more drinks when he was like that. Mint wasn't that kind of person. So you can't discount the rest of the list. He didn't lie about how much Zeke had to drink. He just didn't let Zeke have anything else to drink after he saw the state he was in.
Maiko? Because she's technically right. I don't know. Okay.
I've got it!
Huh? What just happened? I feel
Oh
strange.
my God.
That was awesome! Again!
No thanks. Let's not do that again. At least we've established now it must have been someone who had one drink or less. Discounting Zeke, of course, considering he had the pre-drinks and did the crushed up pills with Lyra. Which narrows it down to Takiko, Dr. Elenius, Maiko, Taka, and Dracul.
But when would Lori or Taka have gotten the chance with what happened with Fu?
Right. That narrows it down considerably, leaving only Maiko, Takiko, and Dracul as suspects.
Hold on. I've been thinking about things.
You have?
You think?
Okay, now, this is gonna sound a bit crazy, but how certain are we actually about when the murder happened? Because if it was done after the party, wouldn't the killer have ran into Fu trying to stab Taka? Or wouldn't someone have spotted the killer wandering around the halls trying to gather up rat poison?
I was in the canteen the whole time. That's where the rat poison was scattered. I didn't see anyone come in, and I was in there for a while.
It could have always been Pinky, you know. She has an alibi, sure, but that alibi is of her alone. Nothing to verify it. Not to mention, her alibi just so happens to be in the place all the rat poison was. She had it all laid out for her.
What? What? No! I didn't! I promise! I wouldn't hurt Mint!
Hold on, I can back her up here. I went to the washing room to shove Zeke's old clothes in the wash after I dropped off his pajamas in the shower room. Wine stains like hell if you don't do it immediately. I had to pass through the canteen to get back to my cell. Maiko was still in there waiting for Asuka by the time I passed through. I felt kinda bad for her, high-key. Like, she was on the floor just eating cake. I offered to stay with her, but she did her whole, "Oh, no, don't worry about me. I don't want to bother anyone." So, I was kind of like, "Cool, guess I won't bother you."
Once I finished the cake and cleaned up, I left to go back to my cell, and that's when I bumped into Dracul and Shinku. They can verify that. I went to my cell right after them.
Right, she did. And by that point, Mint and Zeke were still in the shower room together. She couldn't have slipped past us and gotten over to Mint to poison him as she went to her cell straight after us.
So, when exactly was this murder done? Sorry if I'm not following all this too well. I think the blood loss is getting to my head.
We know he was poisoned at some point last night, but until we figure out when exactly, we're just going to keep going in circles.
Taka's right. We really do need to narrow this down. Till we do that, the timeline of last night's events are just going to remain a muddled mess and we'll never get anywhere. Okay, so... So, I'm realizing that I cannot save during the mid trial. Like, you just cannot save there. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to save here. So I think the next minigame we're gonna stop. We're gonna, like, next time we can see the save. Unless it says no, it doesn't ask me to save here. It doesn't ask me to save in the non-stop debates. Taka's account. It's gonna take another 5 years. Polaroid photos. Maiko's account. Non-stop debate, start. Come on, please. Come on.
At least we definitely know it didn't happen at breakfast this morning. We already established earlier. It must have been done the night before, for the timing to line up.
Yes. Come on. Go to the next thing. Come on.
We know it couldn't have been done right after the party, as Maiko in the canteen would prevent the killer from gathering the rat poison.
Yes. Taka's account is about the murder attempts. Maiko is her crying and eating cake. So I think it's the Polaroid.
Unless the killer gathered the rat poison earlier.
Well, it could have been done at the party and we might not have noticed.
Come on. Come on. Next.
I mean, nobody noticed Taka leaving aside from Fu, so it's not all that far-fetched.
Are you sure? Come on.
I have such terrible luck.
I hate how slow this goes, man.
we can rule out those of us involved in the stabbing.
Yes.
Unless Sugi was only going through the halls because she was coming back from committing a murder!
I highly doubt that. Come on, please, game, please. You don't have to go for 15 hours trying to... Come on. Why is that going so slow? I don't know why that goes so slow. The timer. Oh.
No. St. Teal was in the halls because they were cleaning up after the party.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, up.
By the time Wang committed his assault, I believe Byrne was already back in his cell.
Yes, go, go, hurry up, hurry up.
So St. Teal would have never even gotten the chance.
You're so right, Alora.
Could never do anything wrong. Sure. Come on, hurry up. Come on. These non-stop debates are gonna kill me.
Aren't you the one who accused them?
Okay. There must be something I'm missing. Okay. You know...
At least we definitely know it
Gotta go
didn't
through
happen
this
at
again.
breakfast this morning.
Hold on. Nope. That's not gonna work. It's just not gonna make it go any faster. That the cheats menu thing that Joy Play has could
We
have
already established earlier.
let me
It must
speed
have
up the
been done
game.
night before for the timing to line up.
We know it couldn't have been done right after the party, as Maiko in the canteen would prevent the killer from gathering the rat poison.
This is gonna take 5 million years. So I don't have a lot to say, I'm just waiting. Because I don't have a lot to say. Because I already
Yes, the
played
killer
through
gathered
this, I already
the
know
rat
who
poison
did it.
earlier.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up.
Well, it could have been done at the party and you might not have noticed.
No, that's wrong!
You should spend 5 years. You still owe me $16. I still gotta wait for this too. There's a lot of more non-stop debates in the second half of the trial too. I might just not go through the whole thing at that point, because it's just gonna add a lot of unnecessary time. Yeah. If in the second chapter it's faster, then I will go through the whole thing. But here I can't. It's just too goddamn slow.
Whoa, do you gotta be so aggressive when you say that?
Yes.
Sorry. I just get enthusiastic. Point is, it's very unlikely to have been done at the party.
Even if there were a lot of witnesses, we can't rule it out completely. It was the only opportunity that night where we were all in close proximity to Mint.
But in order to subtly slip the rat poison into Mint's mask, he'd need to have taken it off. All of Maiko's Polaroid photos show him in the background with it on.
Sure, but photos only show so much. He could have taken it off at a time Maiko wasn't snapping pics.
Are you sure there's a moment where she wasn't? She took a lot of photos.
I just didn't want to forget last night. It was very special to me.
Even so, the photos constantly showed more than one person at the bar, which means Mint stayed behind the whole night.
Right. You couldn't get a one-on-one moment with him even if you wanted it.
Yeah, because no one wants to go to the bar on their own. That's just sad.
Speak for yourself, kid.
Exactly! I do it all the time.
Oh, God. Never mind.
It wasn't done at the party. When was it done?
Unless someone broke into Mint's cell, it had to be at some point after the party.
Right, and it had to be at a point where someone had an opportunity to be alone with Mint.
An opportunity where he could take off the mask or put it in a place where others could tamper with it.
Right. There was an opportunity like that after the party. I just have to clear my head here and piece together the events of last night. Remember what happened. Remember where it happened. it was... Would you like to save? Yes, I would like to save. And that's where we're gonna end this video, by the way. Like I said earlier, I don't know how long it's gonna be until I can save again. So, we will be finishing this trial next time. Bye-bye!